Hey you guys, it's me, Olia Divine Taylor, and this is my YouTube channel. uh, what's today's date? Today is it's Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. It is 8:03 p.m. And I'm gonna do the collective oracle reading. Okay, so this is gonna be a Thomas reading. So I'm recording it in May, like towards the end of May. But it's just whenever you watch this, or you know, whenever I guess you feel like this might apply to you. This could be past, present, and your future. So take the energy or take the message as it resonates. You might find something in there that applies to you. You might not. But if the message do apply or don't apply, sorry, you might have to leave it out there for another person. But if not, so I don't even know. I'm just gonna get into it. I feel like I'm blabbing at this point. It's just collective oracle reading, so it could or could not apply. But this is past, present, or near future. It's a timeless reading, so take it resonates. Of the ocean and the destroyer. I feel like at this time, someone could definitely, or you, my collective here, are definitely at this time like starting to see things from a higher perspective. That there are some things in your life that you just can't control. So you're being called to more so just see things for what they truly are, see and accept things for what they truly are here, and know that I feel like there's a higher force, a higher power working here in order to create something that can only be created once you decide to let go and stop trying to direct the current flow of how things are going. Just try to I feel like you need to let go and release whatever need for control that you have here with the ocean card being present. Yeah. And just I feel like just go with the flow, have more faith that whatever higher power is leading you here, it's like it's being called for you to kind of let go and just by the time you get done with whatever process is happening here, it's going to help you see the true you that is you, if that makes sense. Okay, we'll take these two and that's it. The comic, the prayer, the tear, the apocalypse, the vision. Aww. This is so sweet. This is way too many cards, but I feel like I should take it. The comic. I feel like right now you guys are definitely being called to have that bit more playful side in regards to whatever situation you're going through here. That's the annoying energy. Just kind of learn to laugh at things. That's like I'm telling you with the ocean card. It's like there's a higher force working here, and maybe everyone's life at this time. This is something that's you gotta kind of see it and accept that there are some things that are just out of our control, and it's for a purpose that everything's happening. So you're kind of being called to just kind of just go with the flow here, because whatever process that you're having, it's helping you see the true you, not what your ego has is painting all the fears or illusions, or maybe the rose-colored glasses or something like that. That's not helping you see things correctly. It's like all that's being stripped away at this time, so you can figure out who you truly are, my collective. That's beautiful. Nice. I'm not gonna read all of these, but I feel like what was very interesting was this combination. It's the Vision, the King, and the Queen. Now, come on now. This is a random collective read, but look at that. You can't tell me that that's just a happy coincidence here. Oh, that just so happened to fall with the King, the Queen, and the Vision. I feel like there's definitely some sort of romantic connection going on between a masculine and a feminine with the Vision, the King, and the Queen. I feel like you guys are somehow intuitively both feeling or maybe some of you guys are definitely some sort of I'm not sure if it's messages from God as to what you need to do here in regards to your love connection. But I feel like you guys definitely need to I feel come together, because you can tell the Vision card being here is you can definitely tell me on the right path, because the Vision is people who are connected to their vision is people who are happy. They're not sad. They're not miserable, or they're not just feeling depressed, because people who are going for the dreams and stuff like that, they just have this sense of vitality in them, because they're doing what they love and love what they do. That's what the Vision is all about. And the King and Queen both talk about the what's it called, the duality, because the King is kind of the ego of of the relationship, So the queen, or the queen is kind of like the representation of the masculine's ego. So pretty much, if the king is doing good, the queen will be doing good as well. But if the king is like ruling out of fear, stuff like that, it'll show in the queen's actions and how like she moves as well. But I feel like both of you are gonna be coming together here pretty soon, because there's a vision that both you guys are seeing. Maybe you guys are actually having like dreams, or I said some sort of like premonitions about what you need to be doing here, about what makes you happy. Because I feel like at this time you're definitely being called to listen to your heart. Definitely calling that. Maybe you guys are calling someone. I don't know why I said that, but definitely I feel like someone is at this time being called to like. It's not a brain fart. Yeah, I don't know why my brain just had a brain fart, so I don't know where I was going with that anymore. Wow. Alright. Well, this is what we got here. The ocean. Let me get that word for word. Yeah. The ocean is the unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By its sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconscious, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. It rejects our every attempt to dominate nature. Yet, amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is change stirring that is beyond any change you've known before. The ego must dissolve. The saline swell the saline swells work on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the oceans, froth a new being. Life is changed. Let the wave crash. So, like I was saying, you guys are definitely being called to have some sort of great transformation here, being stripped away of the ego to see who you truly are at this time. And it's being orchestrated by a force greater than you and I. So, you're being called to kind of just go with it. You can't control it, you can't dominate it, so you might as well just get in with style. It says steady waves touch their surface, so maybe walk in water, in the ocean or a lake or whatever. Get in the water. No matter where you live, each drop is part of the whole. The ocean is in every tear. Ooh, maybe someone might need to cry. It says the ocean displays every emotion without shame. To witness its glassy moonlight surface and its unforgiving storms is to know the full spectrum of the human experience. Ooh. So letting someone actually, you need to dive deeper than than surface levels. I'm hearing you need to actually go beyond what you know here. Step into the unknown. Okay, we have the Destroyer. I mean, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's the Destroyer card being present here. So it's telling you at this time you could be going through, like it said in the Ocean card, a lot of great change. You're kind of being stripped away of all things that you felt like I feel like it fed into your ego. It was things that you felt like you need, but you honestly truly did not need these things. But you're gonna know what's not gonna be helping you, because it's going to be stripped away at this time. It's going to be taken away. The Destroyer is here to get rid of or purge everything that's unnecessary, so that you can create something new, something beautiful, something that's even better than what you already know here. That's the whole art of the Destroyer. It's for a purpose. It's destroying things that aren't supposed to be in your life anymore. Things that have served its time, that need to be let go of. That maybe someone was resisting some sort of change, and now it's like the Destroyer is coming to literally obliterate it. Yeah, it's the savage, the unexpected, the rejected, the Destroyer. The final of the three archetypes in this trio of existence has necessary yet painful work to do in the world. Culturally, we have an aversion to endings, and we hang on to permanence as as a signifier of success. Yet the Destroyer pulls the rug from underneath relationships, jobs, homes, and all forms of security. It's the part of us that wants things to end. Its painful orientation is to uncover our true purpose. The destroyer does not let us linger in comforts, as it knows much, not much happens in this realm. With its piercing eyes, it seeks out stagnancy from a distance, and the rest becomes history. In the old myths, this is the moment when heads begin to roll. The ground opens up and castles crumble. Hold on for the ride. The destroyer has arrived. So in light, you have swift and precise blows that redirect your life. When dark, though, self-destruction, negativity, and unwillingness to rebuild. So like I was saying earlier, you're definitely being called to obliterate or let go of things that aren't serving you so that you can actually go towards things that's actually going to help you, how can I say this, help you see what's not working so that you can rebuild those things on a more solid ground so that this time they won't fall away. They can withstand the test of time. That's why these things are being demolished, obliterated, or changing at this time. It's so that you can actually go towards things like maybe a new job that actually is gonna make you happier, or I don't know, what's this? Yeah, or a new relationship or a new home. It's like you're going through some sort of change. Pretty much, you're just being called to just accept it at this time. Just accept the change. The gym. This is like the star. It's like the gym is always like something that's like gonna shine out because it's like a gym. Um, you know the old saying, like a gem in the mist? It's kind of like that. The gym always sets out contrary of where it's being placed at. You're never gonna find the gym in a place of comfortability here, or a place where like it's like the usual mundane. You have to actually go out or explore, get moving, or look beneath the surface in order to find the beauty, because it's always hidden, sometimes in plain sight. The medallion is right underneath the ocean. I feel like that's for a purpose. So with the medallion being underneath the ocean card, the medallion talks about how how certain items like bracelets or where'd it go? Bracelets or a necklace or just items hold certain type of energies. So sometimes when you accept maybe how can I say this like let's just use money. Say like if someone gives you money for something, you know there's energy attached to that money that if they do help you or something like that, there is kind of like this excuse me, a double meaning of yeah, I give them money, but in return, someone's gonna want something as well. So you kind of got to be conscious of the deals you're gonna be making, or the things that you take hold of, whether it be actual physical, things like jewelry or money or stuff like that. So I feel like it's like there's an, like I said, it's like an unsaid promise of you'll help them out or something like that later. Let me get the exact words. This is like the medallion talks about how even though you can accept something, it's almost like an unspoken word of agreeing to something, if that makes sense. It says the amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. The passing on of a sacred object is an ancient ritual within families, between lovers, and in tribes across the globe. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsakes, and mementos of all kinds, some of great material value, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others with both. Yet when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognize that they may bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. That's all I was telling you about. It's some sort of unspoken, agreement to something. Yeah, promise. When the medallion card appears, be aware of how the objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectations. Materials hold consciousness, and it's time to reconcile the vibration of the objects around you. What do you covet and collect? Why? Is there an object you have held on for years that you are ready to release? Perhaps it's time to reach for the medallion, that lies with your deepest values. When light, you're upholding tradition, protecting and honoring. When dark, it's burdensome. You have a burdensome inheritance and a habituation. Do you believe that objects contain supernatural properties? What? When have you experienced this to be true? Hmm. So it's like like someone says I'm getting like I've ever seen like shows where people like take a certain object and like, oh no, you can't take that, out of the lake or take this out of the museum because if you do, you'll be cursed. And they don't believe them, they take it anyway. It's kind of like that. It's like this is that like some things may carry some sort of energies with them or carry some sort of expectations or make some unsaid agreements to. So just be mindful to what you're agreeing to have in your life. Okay, the heart. This is right underneath the destroyer here. I feel like whatever is being ripped away from you, it's to help you feel like it's you need to like know your heart better. So I feel like some people hold on to material things in order to I feel like they're good or like maybe people connect feeling good emotionally with having material things, which isn't a direct correlation, if that makes sense. So I feel like maybe for you here, my superstars, one big thing that's being happening here is things are being ripped away at this time, and maybe in some aspects you had, like I said, with the medallion, maybe it held some sort of like material value, but at the end of the day, it was actually stopping you from actually like, how can I say, it's like going towards things that actually matter to you. Like maybe if it is a job, it's that sort of an agreement of like, yeah, if I work here, I take this money, or maybe it was spoken, whatever. It's like if you do work here and like take this money and stuff like that, you will show up to work. You will, come and perform ABC tasks that's required of you. But in doing so, it's like kind of like, say like it's a job you hate. It's like, your heart's like telling you like you don't want to be there. But the thing is, you've already, you're so stuck on this, the medallion, like, the material thing that you're actually missing out on what your heart is truly saying here. That man, maybe why are we here? Why aren't we? I feel like doing what we love. Like why is it like? I feel like someone has their heart turned off. Because the heart is like the portal to like your world. It's like maybe people in some cases busy themselves with work or other responsibilities so that they don't have to actually dive down deep and listen to what the heart is truly saying, which can only be heard when you sit still and actually get to a place of quiet so you can listen to the message that lies dormant in your heart. But the thing is, you won't be able to actually do it if you're so tied into the material things and having to go here, or your mind is everywhere else except to what your heart is saying. I feel like right now, at this time, your heart's crying out to be heard. But the thing is, I feel like the reason why the ocean and the destroyer is here to rip things away is to almost like force you to listen to what your heart is saying so that you can actually find what's truly what your heart is leading to. So the gem is like I was telling you. Look at these two cards, the gem and the heart. Okay. Yep. Yeah. So you see how these two cards is like they're both surrounded by nests of like this black and white like stuff here. It's kind of like that. It's like you won't be able to listen to your heart, or to find the beauty that you're searching for, to find this star, this rarity, if you don't look beneath the surface. It's like I feel like the problem here with you here, my collective, whoever this applies to, is like a lot of you guys are only thinking surface deep. The ocean is deep. The gem is talking about how you have to dig deeper. The heart is talking about listening so you can listen to a message deep within your heart. It's like someone I feel like feels like material gain equates to being happy. But money can't buy you happiness. I'm hearing that song Price Tag. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just want to make the world spin. Forget about the price tag. It ain't about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Forget about the blah blang, blah blang. But that's what I'm hearing. The reason why everything's being stripped away, maybe it's someone's job or a relationship or their security, whatever fed into their ego of making them feel like, I'm the boss because, I got my nice, I don't know, I'll make up an example, my nice 2023 car, and it's an electric car. Ooh, I got me this big, like, 4-bedroom house on this hill with, I don't know, whatever amenities people think makes them feel like they're the man or the woman of, I don't know, the boss or king or queen or whatever. It's like, I don't know. That's the dumbest thing is to really equate happiness to like material wealth. Material wealth is the lowest form of wealth. That's what is crazy to me. It's like people equate that money into like, they're doing well. There's all types of different forms of wealth. There is mental health. There is emotional wealth. Learning to be happy with what you have and who you are, and just like the things you're learning. Being happy in your own skin. A lot of people aren't like that. Happy to show up to work. May not be the most highest paying job, but they're happy doing it. They love coming up to work. They love helping people. It's more than one way is to be wealthy. And the lowest form of wealth is material wealth. So that's why I feel like someone's being called to dig deeper than, okay, well, I got my back, I got my back, I got my money. It's like, okay, well, when you die, that you can't take that money with you, so what's really the point of it? Is what I'm hearing. But the reason why maybe someone is having things being stripped away is because someone needs to pray more. Someone needs to definitely build up some sort of connection with God. Maybe that's why he's turning these things away from you, because maybe sometimes, like, like the rich young rulers I'm hearing, how the rich young ruler, like he did, I forget what, God gave him a bunch of commands, and he was actually doing everything he told him to do. And how he's like, he's been serving God and, doing all these great things and, etc., etc. And God said, okay, that's great, that's well done. Now, if you want to come to me and make it, to the kingdom of heaven, give away all your material wealth, all your material blessings, and come follow me. And the rich young ruler left weeping. He left sad because he couldn't part with his material things. I feel like that's the case here with you guys, or whoever this energy is for. Things are being ripped away so you can get a closer connection with God, because that's what God wants. This is for your highest good. What does it? What does it matter having all this money? What does it mean to gain the whole world but lose your soul? That's what I'm hearing. That's why things are happening the way it's happening. Because God needs you to pray more. You need to be more rooted in God and not be rooted in money or the love of money. Because money isn't the root of all happiness. It's the way people, how can I say this, obsess over the money. Their ideology about money. Money is a tool here to help us manifest things in this 3D world, but money isn't evil. The way people use and think about money, that's evil. But let's get into this, the prayer. It says the worship, the reverence, the homage. What is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer, and when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent, self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. Some say we are in a state of prayer, anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender. Our service, whatever prayer is for you. This card reminds us of its importance, so get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. When light, you're offering to be of service and asking for guidance. When dark, you're expecting results and your self-aggrandizement. So to go deeper, you need to ask Him in service. That's what I was telling you. These are being stripped away at the time because God wants you to get closer to Him. Now is the time. Like, sometimes people, when people are doing well, Like it's hard for them to actually pray to God. So, it's like once they get the blessings, like I'm here like the what's it called? I forget how many people it was, but it was like a certain group of people. Maybe it was 10 people with lepers or something like that, and God healed all of them. But only one came back and thanked God for healing him. Yeah, thanked Jesus for healing them, while the others did not. It's kind of like that. God will bring you to a place where you will need Him just so you can finally call out His name and say, "God, help me." Because it's hard when people's ego is running the show and they're thinking like, I'm making six figures over here and I don't need God and stuff like that. Yeah, like I tell you, it's not about the price tag. It's not about the money. Because the money can be gone like that. And then when the money's gone, then what? I thought that's what person is having here. Whoever is in this energy, you, my collective, my superstars, that's what you're being called in to see. That money comes and goes. It can be gone in an instant. So to feel like, money is your God, that is what you worship, that's what you have your faith in, that is a very pitiful way of thinking. And that's why maybe God's taking certain things away so that you can actually pray more. So you can fall on your knees and call for Jesus, because we all need Him. Bottom of the last two that split down here was the apocalypse. Apocalypse is once again the obliteration of everything for a higher good. So you're kind of being called to go with the flow here once again, because at the end of the day, you can't control what's happening. God ensured that you will not be able to stop what's going to happen. You won't be able to stop this change. So you might as well just get it. Because right now it's from removing the veil of deception. That's what the apocalypse energy is. It says, apocalypse indicates a particularly painful time. One that unfolds when two disparate dynamics occur simultaneously, pulling the psyche in seemingly opposite directions. The first is the lifting of the veil. That means truths that have been kept in the dark are revealed. Seen is to, sorry, is the this means truths that have been kept in the dark are revealed, seen and unearthed. No matter how relieving it is to witness them come into the light, an element of despair and grief follows. The second dynamic in the regeneration that comes from the second dynamic is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. So the old narrative breaks, a new story forms. Apocalypse energy is similar to a forest fires or tower card. Apocalypse energy is similar to forest fires, devastations for the sake of regeneration. So the veil lifts and we see who and what has been hiding. From the nakedness of the truth, a child is born. So have faith in the process and hold on to your center. This is the only way. I'm here right now. You need to pray to God because Jesus got the will, baby. It says, when light is the unknown becomes known and guides the way. When dark says nihilism, fatalism, and hopelessness. This card has a strong relationship to Aletheia. If both card appears in one reading, you've got some real uncovering to do, so take heed. Yeah, and then the tear falling right after, I feel like that ties into what the apocalypse card was saying. Even though, you might be relieved to finally, get the truth, it's like some sense of despair or sadness with the tear card comes right after it. And the tear comes for you to actually, comes for you to soften. Because, when you cry, it opens up a dimension where people can actually start to see the real you. Where I feel like even you start to see the real you behind the ego, behind the money, behind the material things that people hide behind the clothes and the jewelry and the cars and the house and the job. It's like, who are you, though? That's up here. It's like, who are you? I feel like that's what someone's being, or a lot of people are being called here to see right now, is who are you when all the money's gone? Who are you when all the good times are over? I'm hearing a certain song, but I forgot the name of it. Hold on. It's called Must Be Nice, but I forgot who it's by. Life Jennings. I'm not sure if you guys heard that song. But talks about like, like pretty much who's gonna be there for you when the high life's over, when all the gold diggers are gone, all the people who were here for a good time and not a long time, are gone, or the money's gone, or like all that fame and fortune is gone. It's like, who do you think will still be here? That's what that song's about. Even when the I'm trying to sing it, but I don't really know. I don't remember the words at this time. And all those gold digging women disappear. Should still be here. Must be nice. That's what I'm hearing. Someone needs to listen to their heart in regards to what they want out of this life. It's like maybe someone let money be their god, but it's like, what happens when all that money's gone? Who will still be there for you? Who will honestly, truly still love you? Money is cool, it's important. Like, don't realize that in the 3D world we need it to live and stuff and eat. Yeah, we get that. Not knocking the importance of money on this 3D plane. But, think about, past the 3D. Like I said, like, it's talking about all the 3D to go deeper. Think about, like, the subconscious and, the things that, that your heart's telling you, or, going beneath the surface besides, just the clothes. It's like, think about what you're truly wanting here from this world. Where you're going on right now, is this truly the life that you want, is what I'm hearing? To be surrounded by people who don't really care about you, who don't really rock with you, who don't know you. And when you go home alone, none of those people are there for you, so you're kind of alone in an empty house by yourself, having to keep on some sort of facade around people that you're happy when really you're miserable and sad on the inside, but you try to covering it up with perfume and cologne and nice clothes and fancy cars, just to try to fill a void of emptiness that's inside your heart that you're too either blind to see, or you just don't want to see. You don't want to face the truth out of fear. It's even when the starry something's gone, even when the something's stuck. Let me play the song real quick. Let me just look at the words. Let me start that. I won't play the song, but I always look at the words. Because I love that song. Cause even when your hustling days are gone, she'll be by your side, still holding on. And even when those 20s stop spinning and all those gold digging women disappear, she'll still be here. Must be nice. Oh my gosh. That's what I tell you with the vision, the king and the queen. Listen to your heart about who you want to have in your life forever. This is about love. Someone's blinded by the money, the fame, the fortune, the prestige, all this stuff that really doesn't matter. It's like someone's letting all this stuff that doesn't matter judge how they live their life. Judge, like, decide who they love, who they want to love. It's like, at the end of the day, someone's like heartbroken inside. They're empty inside. This is sad. So, in order for someone to face what's lurking beneath the surface, in order to make someone actually address and heal these issues, God is really taking away things that are blocking their heart. Because I'm hearing, don't let your heart turn to stone. Harden not your heart. Your heart is the portal to your happiness. Your heart is literally a direct source of love to God. God is love. God is life. Do not harden your heart. Now more than ever, this world needs love. That's why it's called for people to open up their heart, my collective, my superstars. Do not harden your heart. Don't let this cold, cruel world turn you into something you're not. We're lovers. You have to be strong enough to actually fight for the things that you want. To go beyond, the surface. To actually, take the paths that no one, the road less traveled. To dig down deeper and do harder jobs and works that maybe other people are too afraid to do because it's required of you. It's required you to look down and to face your insecurities and to face these doubts or face your fears. You need to your heart because that's what needs to be guiding you. It's the love, not fear. I thought that's why, listen, everything's happening the way it's happening because it was all for a greater purpose. It's all by design, by God's design. And there is no mistake. God doesn't make mistakes. This is all for a purpose. Every step, every choice you made, every place you went to, every person you bumped into, it wasn't by a coincidence. It wasn't just a mistake. No, this is all part of God's plan. It wasn't because, oh, well, I did that. I'm the one who applied for that job, or I'm the one who did whatever, whatever, or blase, blase. It's God who allowed you to do it. It's God who blessed you with the finances to do so. That's what someone is, I feel like their ego is needing to be stripped away this time because, like, someone is getting too dang big-headed and thinking that they're the big ball or the shot call when really it's always been God. It always is God. God is the reason for the season. So to help get someone's perspective correct, he's tearing away the things that this person truly loves or idealizes or worships. So whether it's consciously or subconsciously, it doesn't matter. To help this person see what's actually what they need. Someone's no longer getting what they want so that they can obtain what they truly need in order to sustain, in order to live. You don't need a nice fancy car with the nice sweet rims. You don't need that to live. You don't need the six-figure job if it's costing if it's costing you to be in a place where you're miserable. You're in a place where you're literally miserable every day and you hate going to work. Like, is the money really worth it? Is the money worth you losing your soul? Y'all need to wake up. I'm hearing like this is serious. Like, some of y'all aren't taking things seriously, but this is dang near the end times, okay? There's a lot that's gonna be unfolding here at this time. So that's why God is making people like wake up, like get up, like don't you see what's happening here? Don't you see what Satan's trying to do, like, on a bigger scale when you actually open up your eyes past the money? It's like, what is it truly, like, the medallion? What is it actually saying? If you look here, look beyond that shiny, and look at all the darkness surrounding it. All that glitters isn't gold. Not all money is good money. I feel like that's what someone is needing to see. I feel like maybe this could be someone who just lost their way and God's literally waking them back up, getting them back into perspective. But the thing is like, it's being called for you to actually, like, wake up. I'm hearing you need to wake up. I'm not sure if it's been like, is it woke, like spiritually not woke, or people are sleeping out here, like not really paying attention to what's going on a grander scale here. But that's what's happening. That's why everything's working out. It's kind of the wake the person up. Like, yo, things are about to start happening. There's gonna be a lot of great changes in this world. Like in this year of Aquarius, a lot of things that were built and previous times are gonna start collapsing because they weren't actually working here. So maybe there was like a certain type of like job. Like, I want to keep going to job here for some reason. There's like a certain job that's been around for like, I don't know, 40 years, something like that. It's like that job could possibly go away at this time because things are changing. Stuff that used to work back then in the 60s and 50s and the 40s or the 80s, something like that. That ain't it now. That's not the world we live in anymore. That's why I feel like someone is having things being taken out so they can actually truly see like what is happening. Why they're being called to rebuild, why they're being called to look at things differently, why they're being called to look beneath the surface, to actually heal their heart, to see things correctly, to know what's actually here helping them and what's blocking them from them reaching their fullest potential. But you need to get more connected with God here, because God is going to be the way, the truth, and the life always. Shoot. On this channel, we are light workers, we are oracles, we are earth angels. And I feel like someone's been sleeping a bit too long. So that's why it's apocalypse, which is the removing of the veil. If you were blind before, baby, I told you had the rose-colored glasses on, not being able to see, those glasses are coming off. The veil is lifting. Ooh, this was deeper than I thought it was gonna be. Get it together. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Like, maybe if some guys are trying to keep it with the Joneses, like keep it with the parents, to keep, I don't know, certain people looking at you a certain way, it's like, what's the point of having, all this prestige or all the money or have everyone congratulate you? Like I said, you're miserable. Everyone thinks you're the man, but deep down inside, you're dying inside. Where so there's people out there who end up committing suicide because it turns out they were sad and depressed the entire time, but no one knew because they put on such a great facade. It's like that. Why would you do that to yourself? Be miserable every day of your life, but want to put on the facade like you're happy to appease other people, and other people aren't even happy in their own lives. That's why they're looking to you for happiness. That's why they are watching. That's why they are congratulating you, because they see you. There's nothing wrong with being seen, but it's like I said earlier, it's like, don't let all that get to your head. Don't let that ego get to your head. But I feel like there's definitely been a problem in regards to whoever this energy applies to for you, my collective, okay? Money is not everything. Which animal spirit guide? Let's talk about my collective. Can I please get a few animal spirit guides? Let's talk about my collective. I'll take that one. Can I get a few animal spirit guides here for my collective? Yes. Okay, so definitely get a sense. Yeah, it's like, ooh, baby. Wow. I'm not sure if someone's heart has been blocked off because maybe someone might have emotional heart blockages, emotional issues where they feel like they don't need to tap into the feminine side. They don't need to act like they have emotions, or maybe they were taught from childhood to, always stay in the masculine energy or act unfazed, act like nothing makes them sad or depressed, or to not love themselves or not be a human being is what I'm hearing. It's like pretty much someone was chastised for pretty much being themselves. But if that's the case, it's like that's why you're going through this change. It's because like God wants you to experience your emotions. God wants you to feel every bit of them and to not push them aside or to act like they are not, how do I say this, valid. The emotions are valid. There's a reason why God put them in you. You need to feel them so that in order you know what to heal. You know how, like, pretty much what's working for you and what isn't here. Let me get into this energy. We have the octopus. That's water energy. Octopus talks about someone having a very perceptive mind here, but it comes with a lack of boundaries. Okay, so usually the octopus is someone who kind of like overshares because they believe that that's what it means to kind of be like. I forget the exact word, but it's like that's what it means to be close, to like kind of overshare, even when people aren't asking for your attention or asking for your advice or like asking for a say in it. But what would help out this octopus, like, kind of like lack of boundaries energy, is solo time and talk therapy. So talking to yourself alone. Taking time out to just be by yourself. Especially with the sea serpent energy here present. I think the strong says that sea serpent talks about, seeing one's true self and loving yourself pretty much as you are. Also talks about, your sensuality or your creative expression here. So maybe in some aspects of your life, like maybe, you guys were So I didn't really have that permission to actually express yourself and love yourself wholeheartedly and true. So people always probably chastise you or taught you, like, at a young age, that not do this or not say that, or don't do it this way, do it that way, or whatever. Like I said, or don't cry. But to see someone being here present, it's talking about right now you're seeing yourself truly as you're meant to be. It's about seeing the true you and showing yourself nothing but love and compassion. Let me read this word for word because I thought there's a direct message up in there that someone needs to hear. And tapping more into your creative side as well. Loving yourself without fear. It says, Sea Serpent, healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, or sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease, and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment, and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. Oh, hold on real quick. Hello? Oh, stop it, you. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. The sea serpent and the second chakra. The subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of Svadhisthana chakra, located deep within the pelvic bow. The chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire. It is associated with the water element. Svadhisthana translates as in her own abode, indicating this chakra is the home of the divine mother of Kundalini herself. So right now, you're being definitely called to actually express yourself creatively, sexually, without any fear. Wrapping yourself in nothing but love, knowing that you're gonna be all right here, because you are. The oyster. Another water card here. A lot of water. So maybe it's been a very maybe a bit, how to say, a drought in someone's life emotionally. Maybe someone needs to drink more water, surround themselves with more water, take more showers. I don't know. But the oyster talks about, anyone with oyster-like energy is someone who can do anything with grace and like a lot of mystique here. The card fall. Hold on, wait a minute. That's what I thought. Some card did fall. Oh, sorry. A lot of grace and mystique here. But the oyster card talks about, like, someone may clam up and like keep their talents secret or hidden here, but that's what you're being called to do, is actually not to clam up, to not, like, how can I say, it's like get scared or fearful, but to, share something. Like, I mean, like, you need to share some sort of talent or something like that. Look at the exact word. The exact word was, yeah, I was right. Share something. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, the only problem is oyster type often takes their inner gifts for granted. You become shy or doubtful. Yeah, and this card can lead to withdrawing or protecting your deepest desires and life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. So that's what I was telling you earlier. Yeah, it's like you pretty much know that you can achieve anything you want with grace here, but you can't clam up, or you can't, like, stop yourself from hesitating from sharing what it is that you need to share. Don't hesitate. Don't clam up. Don't be scared. You got this. Just face your fears and say what you need to say. Say what you need to say here. I said Shay. Maybe someone can have the name Shay. But with the whale card being present, this is more water energy. It talks about feminine forces as well as communication. The whale is a very great energy to have. The whale is someone who's very reliable, who is able to be there to be a beacon of light in the midst of the darkest hour, because they've traveled through a lot of difficult terrains, which has helped them pretty much be able to communicate kind and loving words in regards to whatever the situation is calling for here. But the thing is, what's needed in order for you to actually, I feel like, tap into more of this loving, kind, open-hearted, without fear energy, is start taking care of yourself more. I said, drink more water, spend more time alone to actually get to understand your mind and your heart. Start to love yourself in every emotion that comes up. Stop denying yourself of happiness. Stop clamming up. Stop hesitating. Give yourself permission to breathe and just be yourself. Take care of yourself, because if you don't, no one will. And the black egg is the 5th chakra. Like I was telling you earlier with the whale energy, I talked about, it's communicating, or like even with the sea serpent, how you express creatively or sexually. The black egg is literally the chakra of the throat chakra. Speaks of literally the truth. And the black egg chakra is pretty much, or the black egg card being present, it's like, it's like all the things that were hidden before, all the lies, whether it was itty bitty white ones, even flat out lies, are being revealed at this time. So you definitely need to accept the truths that you're seeing at this time. So it's like the veil is lifting, because you had to see the truth eventually. It says, speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures. Hey, the oyster talked about treasure, so maybe someone needs to speak up and tell the truth. That's what it is. Someone is holding back their truth. Like the cat got their tongue. But yes, the black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even the white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in. Books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things that others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment in every situation. It is the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. The black egg in the 5th chakra. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat, at the Vishuddha chakra. The ancient sages saw the center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. Vishuddha translates as especially pure. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. Yeah, so definitely in the strong sense, you have some creative people here. Some sort of musician, some sort of editor, some sort of director, don't know why I said that, a teacher, or someone who's got some sort of artistic ability who needs to start using that more. That's part of their sea serpent energy. Express yourself. People aren't okay with you being who you are, and are those people really people you want in your life? Like, you gotta ask yourself that. People who truly don't love you for who you were meant to be, the person who you are, why do you keep them around? Out of fear of what they're gonna say to you? Like, really? I mean, come on. I mean, look at it like this. Back in Jesus' day, I mean, imagine if Jesus was so scared of people, saying things about him, about how he's a crazy person, or how he thinks he's the son of Christ and stuff like that. If he would have gave in to all those fears, what people were saying or doing to him, he never would have sacrificed himself on the cross for us to have eternal life. But that's what's being called for you to do. Get this in perspective. Stop letting fear, stop letting people say, or stop letting whatever's happening around you in your outer world affect who you are as a person. I might title this integrity, which is you staying true to who you are, even when people aren't looking. Being true to yourself. Standing in your truth. Without fear or shame. Now that takes guts. It says karmic relationships. Orion energy. Polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It feels like there are two opposing forces that still be tearing you in opposite directions. Yeah, that's that polarity. We also have Well and Orc Elders. Share your song. Frequency of sound and diving deep. 5550. Baby, that's 555. Great change is coming for y'all. Oh, yes, it is. Whether you like it or not, get ready, get ready, get ready, because it's coming. Share your song, frequency of sad, and diving deep. For a lot of you guys, if you are musicians, or I said, if you want to tap more into your emotional side or your feminine side, it's going to be helpful to have music there. That's going to help you dive deep. So right now at the bottom of the deck, it says the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Someone's going through a spiritual awakening at this time. Someone's going through an ascension. So it's like they're starting to be awakened to what's actually going on, not only in regards to themselves, but the world around them. That's what's happened. Well, it's like the more you ascend, it's like the more you start to see what's no longer serving you, what's holding you back, what kind of negative mindset or negative people are stopping you from achieving who you are. Yeah, at the bottom, this card says, jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure and say yes to change. Excuse me. Don't think about it. Just accept the change. The world is changing. People are changing. That's life. If we're not growing, if we're not learning, if we're not changing, then we're dying. That's why things are changing, because it was never meant to stay the same forever. All throughout time, you look throughout history, nothing stays the same. One thing that's a constant in reality in life is that everything changes. You can either get with it and adapt, or you can get lost and die. It says the seas of Mintaka. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to life. That's what I was telling you earlier. If someone's had some sort of subconscious fears or doubts or, worries about how they're being perceived or looked at, rule their decision making or decide how they're living their life, that was the big problem here. Someone's now looking into why they care so much or need someone's outside validation in order to make themselves feel good. Why they're so reliant on maybe family or friends to, almost like give them the pat on back, tell them they're doing good in order to feel like they're doing the right thing. Or maybe those same people who they're looking for validation, for confidence, the same people who aren't even trying to push this person to be the best selves. They just want this person to work. Or who's wanting you to work here, my superstars. So you don't look within. So you don't see this truth. So you don't see who you are. Because they're scared. They're scared of you being who you are. And that's a big problem, is who you're surrounding yourself with. That's why a lot of things are going to be destroyed. There's going to be a lot of things changing for you here at this time. A lot of people are going to be pulled away from you because they're not actually helping you. They're stopping you. They're blocking you from you living in your truth, from you being the person you're destined to be. You're seeing who you are. That you're having dreams and visions about who you're supposed to be. And you're so scared to be it because out of fear of maybe getting rejected by people who you hold close or dear. But the thing is if they're rejecting you for being who you are those people who you really want in your around you? People who don't truly love you because they love you. They love every part of you, the good, the bad, the ugly. They wouldn't push you away. They wouldn't make you feel bad about who you are as a person. They would love you. Love is patient. Love is kind always. Love isn't here to judge. Who are we to judge one another? We've all come short in God's eyes. No sin is better than the other, and everyone here on this planet has sinned. Everyone who's breathing God's, precious breath of life has sinned. We've all come short. So how can any one of us judge us? Only God can judge us. If anyone is here trying to make you feel down for being who you are, they're nothing but devils. Trying to judge you when they have 1,000 things wrong within them. Too busy staring at the one thing that's wrong with you to even notice the thousands of needles in their own eyes. Because they're so hateful. People are nasty. That's what it is. God's turning you away from a bunch of unnecessary stuff because there's a lot of things that's like, it's like this, the gym car. Look at all this nasty stuff that's surrounding you. You're like that gym here, my collective. Being surrounded by all this ugly, the black, the white, the gooey worms and grass. And you're like that beautiful rainbow. People didn't want you to be who you are. Oh my gosh. Out of fear that they wouldn't be able to control you. That's all they wanted from you. They just wanted to control you. They didn't really actually care about you. They don't want you to be happy. They wanted to see you miserable. They wanted to see you struggle. They'd like to see you confused and not knowing or feeling like you need them. Because it makes them feel good. They don't want you to be happy. Because misery loves company. God's turning away these miserable people out of your life because you're destined for greater things. You're destined to change the world. You have the power to influence a nation. Whoever I'm talking to, you're very, it's almost like you're like a light worker. You're an earth angel. You're here for a greater purpose in life. That's why these things are being torn away from you, because you're here for something much greater than what you're doing now. That's why maybe you're not feeling like you're fulfilling your life's purpose. You're not walking in your truth. You're not doing the things that you are called here in this world to do. Because of these people, places, or things that's blocking you. So like God's turning everything away to help get you seeing things clearly, to help see yourself clearly, to love yourself better, to know what real love is. People didn't love you. This is sad. These people didn't love you. It could have been your family. They didn't really love you. Their love was conditioned. And if you possibly were your true self, they would chastise you or raise you to believe that there was something wrong with you. Which thus in turn, it's almost like it's reflected in your outer world. That's why you shut down your emotions, because it was taught to you that whoever you are, the emotions you're feeling is wrong. Like, oh my gosh, like you were damned to hell, or almost like you were a mistake. But God doesn't make mistakes. You're not flawed, and there's nothing wrong with you. But whatever these people have taught you is wrong. These people are wrong about you. And that's why God's tearing you away from them. Because God's going to use you to show them how wrong they were. Kind of like Jesus. Let's use Jesus example. People, when they put Jesus, before they put him on the cross, they mocked him. They would hurt him. They punched him. They kicked him. They spat on Jesus. Put nails in his hands and feet. They literally tortured him before they killed him. It's like that. You're kind of like Jesus. You're being, at this time, tortured, being made fun of, be chastised. People will look at you differently, possibly mock you, treat you like your last thing, because God's going to use you as a way to save these lost souls. Like the gym, they see your light. They can't help. You stand out from everything. You're like a rainbow in the middle of the freaking dark. You're like the star in the middle of the night. People can't help but to notice you're different. you don't fit in. And because you never were supposed to. These people aren't a part of your soul family, they're not part of your soul tribe. That's because you were born from the same, coochie, the same, family, the same bloodline. That don't make you family, it makes you relatives. Family is people who love and accept you for who you truly are and uplift you to be the best version of yourself. They don't judge you. They don't make you feel bad. They don't make you feel like you're not wanted or like you're unlovable for being who you are. People don't love you. I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but you're being pulled away from these people because they don't deserve your light. They don't deserve your amazing beauty and all that you possess inside. Because all they're gonna do is make you feel like you're less than. They're gonna try to dim your light, stop you from shining like the star that you're born to be, like you were meant here to be. You're destined for great things. So you're needing to actually step into that role, step into your power, and leave these people, places, and things that aren't meant to come with you in this next chapter of your life. You're going through a spiritual awakening. You're seeing things differently now. You're seeing yourself differently. Say yes to the change. Love yourself regardless of what people say. Because you're worth it. Because you deserve it. Because you're important. Because you matter and your feelings matter. Don't let whatever people say. Never listen to people when they try to discourage you, because they do that. Believe me. 555. You're changing. And there's nothing wrong with it. You're not flawed. You're not a mistake. There's nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful. Inside and out. And you're worthy of love. You deserve it. Everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves love. You deserve it. You deserve it. You're worth it. Just believe that you are. It starts by loving yourself first. That's how you attract the love that you truly want into your life. Love yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell you are beautiful. No matter what they say. Because words can't bring you down. Yes, you are beautiful in every single way. Words can't bring you down. Oh, don't let them bring you down today. You're so beautiful. And there's so much you're destined to do. But if you stay around these people who don't even understand you, who don't love you, who don't care about you, you're never going to get to your dreams. They're never going to come true. Because people are going to continue stopping you. Please, love yourself enough to let go. To go towards people and places and things that are out to uplift you. They're going to celebrate you. They won't make you feel like an outcast. You deserve to be happy. You're worth it. You always have been. So take that first step. It might seem hard at first, but trust me, it gets so much easier. The ridicule doesn't stop, yes, but you become stronger, so it doesn't affect you as much. There's a purpose for everything you're going through. Even though you may not see it now, later when you get older, you'll realize that everything God's putting you through is for a purpose. Don't give up on God. He's leading you down the correct path. Just don't let society tell you that you're wrong. We walk by faith, not by sight. We trust in God, not men. Not people who are miserable, who want you to be miserable. It says Starkeeper, cosmic ancestor, see the light by staying grounded. Stay grounded by taking care of yourself. Have walks out in nature. Pray more to God. Sing more. Dance more. Laugh more, despite what other people are saying. Weight of the world is in the reverse. It says boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. That's what I was telling you. Whatever people have taught you to believe is wrong about yourself, about who you are, those are ancestral curses that they're placing upon you. Don't let them stop you. These people are giving you baggage that isn't yours. Let it go. Surrender. Give it to God. But don't stop being who you are to appease other people. Some angel spirit guides here. It says, Angel of Wisdom, pursue knowledge and spiritual growth. Trust in God. Read more. Be like me, I read my Bible. It educates me. It says gratitude. Pray for what you need, but be grateful for what you have already received. Okay? There's nothing wrong with praying for what you want, but be grateful for what God has already given you, because gratitude is always going to be the right attitude here. Okay, a few more cards here. Heaven's messages. Your loved ones in heaven want you to know that they are safe, protected, and reunited with family and friends. So if anyone who passed over recently, they're letting you know that they are protected and they've reunited with, your family and friends on the other side. So they're A-okay. Says discernment. Follow your intuition. Yeah, that's what I was telling you. If God's giving you some sort of message and it's only directed for you and towards you, you listen to your heart. Listen to your discernment. Follow your intuition. Don't let other people tell you what's right and wrong. God should live in you. That's why we say, greater is He that's in me than he that's in this world. Let the God in you guide you. You don't have to tell everyone what you're going to do or how you're moving. Shoot, that's between you and God. And God knows your heart. God won't put more on you than what you can bear. Just trust where you're being led here. It says learning new skills. Education is the most powerful personal resource you can use to change your life and the world. Yeah, definitely getting here. Someone definitely needs to read up, learn some new skills here, educate themselves more. Because I feel like that's the only reason why, you're going through what you're going through. Because it says in the Bible, God said in the Bible, my people suffer because of the lack of knowledge. If you're going through any type of suffering or bad times, it's because you're not staying in the know. Like I was telling you before, it's like maybe someone's asleep. Someone needs to wake up. Someone needs to get woke. Read more. Educate yourself more. Learn a new skill. Because I feel that's what's being needed here. Whatever you're relying on previously, ain't gonna be that way in 20 years. Think about 20 years before you were born, back in 2000. Is anything like how it was back in 2000? Here in 2023, people still buying, cassette tapes and stuff like that, VHS tapes. Everything's more digital now. Think about in 20 more years. What do you think the world's going to look like in 20 more years? That's why it's been called for you to educate yourself more. Learn new skills. Grow. Adapt to change. We have the best is yet to be. Good things have happened. Even better things will be presented in the future. As I'm telling you, it's like things get so much easier. A lot of things have happened here already, but there's going to be even better things that's going to come here. There are brighter days ahead. Retreat. Seek and receive consolation from God to overcome a difficult experience. This is a time for reflection, solitude, and contemplation. I say right now, I said if you are being called to retreat or go within, understand yourself better. Right now, God's calling you to pray and get more connected with Him. When you are weak, God wants you to rely upon Him. He don't want you thinking, oh, well, I'm the man, I did it, or, I'm not boss B because, I'm the one who paid that check. I'm the one who's working out here. I'm the one who's making that 6K. And it's God who's blessing you with it, with the ability to do so. It's at a blink of an eye, anything could be gone. You can lose your ability to see like that. All it takes is one car wreck, one false move, one bad decision, and your life can change in a blink of an eye. God wants you grounded in Him. You need to pray more, whoever is on the other side. Because rejuvenation. Take time to recharge your batteries. You're about to be making some sort of great changes here. So right now, before it happens, God wants you to rest up because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. You're going to need whatever energy that's going to be required for this next phase of your life. You're going to be doing a lot of stuff here. The more you elevate, the more you ascend, it's like, the bigger the tasks get for God's strongest warriors. Speaking of warriors, it says angel warriors. Angels oversee your life and protect you. So once again, it's like everything's actually being worked out for your highest good here. With the angel warriors, it's like pretty much telling you that God and His angels are working in the background to protect you. I'm hearing this isn't happening to you. This is happening for you, okay? This is happening for you. You're welcome. God is saying you're welcome. You might be sad or upset or crying about it now. Like I told you, when you're older, you look back and then maybe 3 years, a year, maybe a year, 3 years, 5 years, when you get older, you look back and you'll thank God for this very moment, this very heartbreaking situation that made you cry. This is going to be the very thing you thank God for because it pushed you to be greater. It pushed you to be stronger, to learn faster, to learn how to adapt quicker. It made you better, so much better. Because when you look back after all He brought you through, you look back and say that it was Him that brought you through. Because of it, you're stronger, you're wiser, you're better, so much better. Because if you look back after all He brought you through, you can say you made it because you had Him to hold on to. So don't you know you never would have made it. Never would have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see that you were there for me, and I can say I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better, so much better. Cause when I look back after all you brought me through, I can see I made it, so I had you to hold on to. Yes, I never would have made it without you. This is like your testimony. When you look back, you're going to thank God for this. You will. So I told you earlier, God's saying, this is happening for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You can thank Him later, but like He's saying, you're welcome. Beautiful souls, you inspire and uplift others. That's all I was saying with that gym card earlier. You're here to lead a nation. You're here to uplift people. You're here to make a difference. That's what you're called here to do. You have a greater purpose. But that's why we have the angel of action. Take action towards your destiny. I was saying, it's like there's a bigger call here for you. It's about your life's purpose, which you and God agreed was going to be your purpose while you're here on this earthly plane. You need to start walking in your purpose. That's why you're being shooken up at this time. That's why things are happening the way they're happening, because you can't keep going in the direction you're going. This isn't working, and you know it. Some Akashic records here. Uriel and the Sphinx. Excuse me. Normally I would take all these, but fine. Right now, Archangel Raphael is helping you out this time. Archangel Raphael gives you strength and protection here. So right now, I feel like a lot of you guys, whether you know it or not, it's like your angels, like I told you earlier, are working very heavily in the background to ensure that you are protected from whatever things that you feel like you are scared or afraid of. God's actually right there behind you, protecting you. Okay. We have Uriel and the Sphinx. It says, the Archangel Uriel stands before the Sphinx under a full moon. The Sphinx is usually shown with the body of a lion, indicating strength, and a head of a king, showing authority and intelligence. But more than this, the Sphinx represents the in, in, enigmatic and inscrutable, the silent holder of truth and the ancient mysteries of the world. Here, the Archangel Uriel connects and confers with this great source of mystery. This card shows that it's time for you to do the most important and possibly the most difficult work in your life. The digging and inner discovery that takes you to your deepest self and your deepest power. Even the great Sphinx had to be dug out many times from the blowing desert sands and buried it up to its neck. And you must dig diligently too. And you may have to chip away at a rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories so that you can get to the truth inside. But don't worry, you have begun already and you've made considerable inroads. There's also someone here to help you. Uriel, whose name means fire of God. You can work directly in your meditations with this archangel for self-understanding, transformation, and guidance. Also be on the lookout for someone in your daily life whom Uriel has sent. This could be a teacher, a mentor, or even a new friend who shares a kinship with you about this inner quest. It is a relationship of great value that comes at a time of profound power. Don't diminish the importance of this phase. It is the work that leads you to your initiation and to your higher power. As I was telling you, it's like you're being called this time. This is almost like it said, the initiation for you to step into your power because you're becoming more known to. You're now waking up. You're no longer blind. It's like you're able to see things like that you weren't able to see before. That's part of you ascending. It's like you're no longer having the, how can I say, like the rose-colored glasses on anymore. You can't pretend like you don't know anymore. You can't go right. You can't go back to being like how ignorance is bliss. How can you pretend like you don't know when you truly know? I heard that one Michael Jackson song, "Man in the Mirror." There was a certain phrase about it, I can't quite remember what it was. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make the change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. But no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make the change. Na 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 na. Okay, here's the exact part I was literally thinking in my head, but I couldn't find the correct words. It was, the wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? That's the part. How can you pretend not to see your needs? How can you turn a cold shoulder to people, places, or things that need you? People who need you. So that saying says, the old saying is, it's like, hurt people hurt people. Why can't you break the cycle? Someone has to. It says, in Crescent Moon, a man works diligently, sculpting a bust in his workroom. Behind him is a large window that overlooks the rolling hills of a harbor city. The moon and the sky point left, growing to full. It's called the increscent moon. The waxing moon on the card shows an exciting time of increase, abundance, and growth. Your efforts have combined with external circumstances, and even the stars have aligned. If things have been financially tight for you recently, relax. This is a great opportunity for increase and fulfillment in every way, financially, creatively, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do your work and get ready to receive. That's what I was telling you before. Right now, you've been called to retreat, heal, because you're about to be able to receive all these many blessings that maybe you don't even see coming. Just with the 5 keys being here, it says wishes fulfilled. I didn't even show you the 6th one. 6. It's like all the hard work you've been putting in. It's been like, putting in time and effort to make this like figure, like a bust or something like that. But it's telling you like all your hard work's been paying off. So now it's like it's about to be time for you to receive in every aspect of your life. So get ready. Because the 5 of keys is wishes fulfilled. The scene is a bright and full storeroom, a larder for a sizable and successful estate. Inside are keys and coins, wines and spices. Also within the room are a number of baskets filled with bounty of fruits, vegetables, breads, flowers, sugars, and grains. Even the many windows look out at the expanse of your world. This card is a sign that the time has come for your wishes to be fulfilled and your dreams to be realized. Difficulties may have challenged you for a time, but even in these, victory is assured. There's abundance of sweet nourishment and acquired lands coming. The keys to the castle are yours, so celebrate. That's what I was telling you. It's like maybe you guys were suffering for a while. There was a lot of challenges and difficulties thrown your way. It's all being removed at this time. This is the card right here. Wishes fulfilled. Also have here the 5 of roses, which is the garden. Child down there in the flowers while a man is up here. There's a little boy looking up with some I feel like he's playing with a toy. It says the garden. 2 children play in a sunny, lush green garden. A boy shoots a slingshot while a girl next to him watches a butterfly in the flower with a magnifying glass. If children aren't a part of your life already, this card could show their arrival. This also could indicate that your children, even adult children, can become more of a focus for you. You may have some concerns of their own, but even so, opportunities for things to mend come easily right now. There also may be real change and benefit for one of your children who has made a special effort recently. This is a very advantageous time for your children around you. Enjoy it and help them enjoy it too. So right now, pretty much what I'm hearing is there's an opportunity for something great to happen here for you and your children if you have children. This is great. So, 7 card being here is balance. This card reveals a time of harmony, balance, and justice in your life. A desk holds balanced scales, scrolls, and stacks of papers. Shelves of books grace a wall where a door opens onto a light-filled room. Upright, this card indicates that a time of balance is at hand. All systems through the body, through nature, and through society seek to achieve balance. So, you do have to confront important legal issues. You may have to deal with paperwork of some kind, or there may be a need for legal action regarding property, inheritance, work contracts, custody, or divorce. Be patient and pay attention to details, as technicalities will be important right now, but things bode well. Justice is at hand. Take heart at the sight of the golden light that washes over the sea, a sign that all issues will come to light, and that a beneficial and just resolution is coming your way. Justice is balance in society, but the Akashic records show that justice is not limited strictly to court and contract situations. Justice and reciprocity are energetic, so the energy you put forth now will be returned to you in the future. Remember that your energy production is up to you. Continue to be aware of your thoughts and actions. Inner balance now leads to a beautiful destiny tomorrow. So the scales are balancing out. Whatever you're putting out is coming back to you now at this time. Because Six of Forces, it says the waterfall. A towering waterfall roars down into a beautiful body of water. In the upright position, the card reminds you of your incredible personal power and support. This card reminds you of your incredible personal power and supports you in opening up to the force within. Know that you are a dynamo in the universe. You have the ability to shape any situation in a way that honors you and moves you towards your life. Moves you. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tongue-tied. Says you have the ability to shape any situation in a way that honors you and moves your life forward. The element of water is fluid. Like the waterfall, your personal energy never stops. Your life force is never ending. It springs from your eternal past and roars into your limitless future. Extend into the farthest reaches of the universe. It is a time of deep thought and even deeper emotions, as well as an expansion of psychic energy. Use this time to act on these and tap your power. And tap your power that is ever flowing. Yeah, you're being right now being called to tap into your flow. Tap into your power, which is always present. So the summer winter card. This seasonal cycle reveals how best to spend your energy at this time. The beautiful sunlit sky of summer overlooks farmers working hard on the growing crops. Summer is a yang time of great activity, so this is your notice to get going. Action is an important part of this cycle, and it can take many forms. There may be something you can do to accelerate your professional life. This may also be the perfect time to take steps toward your personal goals. Perhaps get more exercise, plan more social events, or start a fun activity you've been wanting to do. You might also reflect on what actions or perspective would attract a new romance or enhance your love life. This card tells you to consider what needs to be done, then go for it. This cycle is the perfect time to create a smiling, self-loving energy and project it outward for the world to see. Also, don't be surprised if a trip is coming your way. This card implies movement of some kind, so get ready. It says, close your eyes with a deep breath. Fill yourself with the calm and receptive energy of yin. Sense what situation in your life requires a peaceful yielding now. Then take another deep breath. Exhale the yin. And then inhale yang. Feel creative and powerful yang energy fill you. Where do you want to apply speed and action most in your life right now? It's time to take action towards the things you want. You're gaining momentum. Your hard work is paying off. You need to use your creative forces with the waterfall card here because things are bouncing out. If there's any just things in the justice system, any type of things to do with court situations are bouncing out. There's going to be a just outcome for you here, my collective. Now it's time for you to actually start going, getting your wishes fulfilled. Because there's an angel near you somewhere, helping you, guiding you, providing you with the correct support or correct people here to help you. Yeah, this came out earlier for my other read, faith. Being called to have faith here at this time. That's like a very strong theme here in this reading, is having faith, trusting where you're being led. Go with the flow and know that there's a higher power, which is God, at work in your life. Maybe in your love life, maybe in your work life, maybe just in all aspects of your life. The 555 keeps to be a recurring number in this theme as well. As well as water at this time plays a big role. So drink more water, definitely. 555. The facade came up in the reverse. That's what I was telling you. The illusions, the confusions, the veil, everything is being lifted at this time. You're seeing everything for what it truly is. Yeah, despondence. It's funny, I've read that card before, and I still don't remember what that card's about. So let me get that out real quick, because that's so funny. I actually read it and everything, and at one point in time, I knew what it meant, and forgot it. That one. Here it is. Here it is, despondence. It says you have all the answers you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that is no longer serving you. Remember how you relate to the issue is the issue. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. So it says, despondence. By taking action, I found the road out. Iris is depressed and unable to look at herself or her home. She cries out to the great spirits for help. Mother Earth appears and suggests Iris showers, eat a good meal, and clean up her house. She does, but still feels despondent. Suddenly, a hurricane hits, and Iris springs into action to rescue her neighbor's children. In the urgency, Iris finds the way out of depression by taking action. So definitely in a strong sense, in order to get out of this funk, this depression, whatever is stopping here, you need to really take action because that's what's going to help you change your perception on things. Like I told you, you need to eat a good meal, shower more, drink plenty of water, plenty of good water here, because what's being changed here is your perception on things. The way you view life and yourself is changing forever. As I told you, change is a constant. That's a necessary part of life that we all, gotta accept. More so about how you deal with it. But this being said, this was your Oracle reading, my collective. It was really long. It's an hour and 38 minutes. It's the longest I ever had a reading. But I feel like it was for a reason. Especially for whoever needs to hear this. But if you guys did enjoy, please make sure you like, you share, you comment, and subscribe. Please push my channel out to a bigger audience. You guys know I love all of that good jazz. Okay? Yes. So please do all the amazing stuff. And don't forget what makes you happy. Have enough courage to go after the things that you love. Okay? Despite what other people may say, you need to love who you are. Even if it makes others uncomfortable, you need to love who you are. You're not flawed. You're not a mistake. There's something wrong with you. You're beautiful, inside and out. And if people have a problem with it, then maybe they're the problem. So like I was telling you before with the despondence, your connection to the issue is the issue. So if there's people, places, or things that you're connected to, you have to ask yourself, what really connects me to you? Even as family members, what connects you to these, these relatives of mine? These blood relatives. So you have to ask yourself. But yes, this is the end of your reading. So with this being said, goodbye, my superstars.